All right, Blake, I want to start with you. Walk-off, grand slam, 2 outs. First off, how did it feel? Take me through the at-bat, and how was it?
Felt really good. Anytime you can, produce in a situation like that, you're excited about it. Just glad you can help the team. As far as the at-bat goes, he threw first pitch slider and missed with it, and just throughout the whole inning, he seemed to have struggle commanding his off speed. So from that point on, I was sitting dead right fastball, and he left a fastball middle of the plate, a little bit away, and elevated, and was something you can really hit hard. So I took my chances with it and paid off.
And you seem to have kind of a flair for the dramatic. Kind of a lot of big home runs coming up in big spots. The team too, now 20-9, I believe, in 1-run games, 7 walk-offs. You have any reasoning behind that, and what's kind of your approach when you come up in those big spots?
Do what Phil says. Try not to think. I've come up with a lot of opportunities here late in games, and just been blessed really with good fortune so far. It's one of those things. It's a season. It's just a baseball season. Things happen. Next year, who knows? Things might not go that way for me, but every time in those situations, I'm just trying to hit the ball hard, see what can happen.
Phil, what were your thoughts on the game and kind of just this recent stretch now, 6 of 7? You guys have won. Why is the team having a lot more success now?
I got a lot of thoughts on all that. As far as tonight goes, if we would have lost 3-2, the game would have ended. I thought it was a great game. It was just a fun game. It was clean. We had our chances. They had other chances. Pitchers did a good job. Guys made some plays. Blake can tell you that there were some ABs that guys wish they had back because they had a chance and they missed some pitches to hit on both sides. But in those scenarios, you tip your hat. Both starters did a great job, I thought. It was just a clean, fun game to be a part of. But I think I have 2 things to say about the second and third question. One, you're starting to see some rookies kind of bloom a little bit. Some guys, you look at our rotation, they're all green on our board in the office, which means it's their first year. This is their first taste, and they've been with us for a little over a month or so at a minimum. And take a Richard to Spencer, the Washington trip there with Molesky and Havlin. Guys are starting to come into their own a little bit, have some success, making adjustments. And then you go to our lineup with Heck and Johns, to name a couple, 2 other guys that this is their first go-around. So you're watching some guys bloom, and for a guy like Blake or Buckner or Waldrop and Toole and those guys, having those rookies able to contribute in that lineup only helps them out. And you break down that last inning, for example, a huge at-bat by Seth Heck, working the walk, fighting some pitches off. And Ben does his thing and walks. Blake doesn't have that opportunity without that effort out of those guys. So I think the winning, the better play is a big part of that. Is just our rookies are starting to bloom a little bit. And as far as the overall picture, I'm just proud of these guys. It's late August. We have 11 games after tonight left, starting tomorrow. They could have cashed it in a while ago. The efforts there, we're having fun. That was kind of my thing to these guys was, look, we're professionals. Play for each other, play for your opportunity, and let's just have fun the rest of the way. And I'm having a great time with this, win or lose. But we're playing better. Early on, we deserved to lose. We were doing things consistently to help ourselves lose games. Right now, we're doing things well and we're having fun. And tonight it was Blake. Tomorrow, who knows who it's going to be? Could be Heck, could be Masoni. You never know. But these guys are fighting for each other, and it's a blast to be around, even though we're not chasing a playoff berth. So it was a fun game tonight.
And Blake, the pitching has kind of struggled at times this season, but now the rookie starters last 46 innings, only 8 runs allowed. Does that give you maybe more confidence offensively, or just kind of as a team when the pitching staff is going to be so good, especially the starters?
Absolutely. As an offense, all you look for in a starting pitcher is just a quality start, and you just want to have the chance to win. And those guys have done a tremendous job, especially lately, of just giving us that opportunity every game. We should do a better job of helping them out early, but late in games, we're really kind of a team, like you said earlier. And them giving us those quality starts just gives us a ton of confidence knowing that, you know, when it comes down to it, our offense is good enough. We can get runs for these guys, and they're just giving us those chances.
And Phil, finally, I want to touch on, kind of mentioned it, top of the lineup, Livesey and Seth Heck combined for 5 hits, also kind of set the table in that 9th inning. What have you thought about their play? That's kind of been the 1-2 spots, kind of the last month of the season. Just kind of overall, and what do you thought of them, both offensively, defensively?
Well, it definitely makes us a bit more dangerous when both of those guys are rolling. There's no doubt. You know, Cody and Seth, they're 1-2 every night for the most part, unless Cody's getting a day off. Seth hasn't had a day off yet, but you know, doing that and Blake getting a hit and Masoni and Waldrop, those 3 guys getting hit behind him with a guy in the stretch all the time, that's a big deal. Blake can tell you, you know, he sees a lot more mistakes, maybe not right on the corner, a little more white when a guy's worried about a man on second or a man on first. Those things help over time as a hitter when you're hitting behind guys that are doing a good job getting on. So, you know, and Cody's a rookie by roster nature, but you know, this is his 4th year in pro ball, and you know, he started on fire with us. He had a kind of a recent kind of, you know, not a good stretch for him, just not getting the hits, but that happens. That's baseball, that's hitting, you know. But tonight you got a glimpse of Seth continuing his steady growth and Cody contributing as well. And when those 2 are doing things like that, working walks and getting their singles and doubles, it's going to be big, especially later in the game like we saw. Those 2 were on for Blake's at bat. So, you know, we need them. That's why they're at the top.